Welcome to MUSI 1306. I am thrilled, to be here. Another semester. A hectic semester for me. First day of school. I am Tanya Allen, the Associate Professor of Music Education here at Texas Southern University. I am also the acting department chair for the semester. A new position, which is why it's a little hectic for me, and I didn't have a video for you because usually I would. So I'm doing it now. I'm in my office. This is where I will always probably do my videos. And I like to do a walkthrough of the site. Many of you, because it's an online asynchronous class, are probably sophomores, juniors, and seniors. I may have a handful of music majors in here. I might have maybe a few freshmen, but for the most part, most of you will be upperclassmen. And so I would say you should be familiar with Blackboard, but that's only if you've had instructor that used Blackboard before. And since this is online and it's asynchronous, our course classroom is our Blackboard site. And so you need to know how to use it pretty well. And also, even if you've had a professor that used it before, the way that they've set it up may be different than the way that I've set it up. So I am going to enter student view because I can see more stuff than you can. So this will be exactly what it looks like. It would automatically open on this home page. I usually have a banner. I don't know if I do yet. I've already sent you 2 announcements on the first day of class. And I'm gonna send you one more after I finish this video. So homepage, this is where you see the announcement. It is a module page, so you should be able to delete things that aren't helpful for you. Syllabus, I think one of the first things when you go in the course orientation folder, I do ask you to go through the syllabus yourself. And I'm still gonna ask you to do that, but I am gonna highlight a few things. Best way to contact me is via email, but because of my new position, I am in my office probably every day, so you can always give me a call as well. My office hours, because I teach a face-to-face version of this class and this version of this class, my office hour, you can join me either virtually, or if you're on campus and you want to come to the music building and come sit in my office, fix you some coffee if you drink coffee. I have lavender aromatherapy, so it's a nice zen, restful place. Feel free to come by. Otherwise, you can join me virtually on Teams. So I was not in my Teams spot today. Again, the first day of class, a little bit crazy. But on Thursday, I will be in Teams, and you can just click on that link and join me there. You guys can go through description, purpose, outcomes. Textbooks, I have 2 of them. This one I use as a reference, but for this class, you will be doing independent reading for every unit through this textbook. So all you need to do is click on it. It'll open in another tab, and I think the only version that they have at this point, format-wise, is PDF. So I'm going to suggest that you go ahead and download it on your device. One of the first things that I ask you to do in the course introduction is to complete this readiness survey. So yes, pandemic, everybody went online, but that doesn't mean you learn best in an online environment. And so this survey will allow you to kind of check to see how ready you are, that you have everything that you need. Let me turn this down. Okay. And that you're ready to be successful in this course. And I want you to do it sooner than later because you still have the opportunity to say, okay, I don't need to do this course asynchronous. Maybe synchronous, maybe face-to-face, but not asynchronous. That way you can go ahead and drop the course. But I would suggest before you drop the course, make sure there is another course for you to take to get those 3 credit hours. So one of the last questions I asked is, I check my TSU. You need to check your TSU email account, I would say at least once a day, because all of your instructors should be, your advisors, your professors, everybody should be communicating with you through your TSU email. So you need to check it every day. Okay. So you do the survey, and let me go ahead and show you how you submit assignments. So this is an actual assignment in Blackboard. You'll see this page with lines. That means it's an assignment versus this page with this box. It's just information. So if it's an assignment, even though you completed this form here, you still need to click on the assignment. This is worth 5 points. And you've already, if you did the form, you just need to submit the assignment. Warning, the assignment, okay, you can still submit it. Once you submit it, you'll always get this purple banner saying success. And you get a confirmation number. If you submit this assignment, but you do not actually complete the form, I will know it. And when I grade, I'm going to give you a 0. And when you see you have a 0, you're going to look at my notes, and I show you this in the grade walkthrough, which is the other video. Skip ahead to the grade section. When you read my comment, I'm going to type, you did not complete the form, and resubmit. All of your assignments for this class, you'll have 2 submissions. So you can always start new, and this will be your second submission. So if I go ahead and submit it again, that was my second attempt. So I can go look at what I attempted, submitted my first time, which was blank, which is fine, and my second time also. But after 2 attempts, that's it. So you want to make sure you read my comments before you resubmit. So do the readiness surveys to make sure you're ready for this course. Download this first textbook, Resonances. And then this is stuff that I asked you on the survey, making sure you have access to a computer however many times a week you plan to spend in this class. And I suggest a minimum of 150 minutes, right? So if you were meeting me face to face, we would meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 50 minutes, or Tuesday, Thursday for 75 minutes. And I see that hey, you got people looking at the syllabus. Good for you. So go ahead and read through that. Each learning unit will open at 8 a.m. and it will stay open for the week. So my suggestion is that you do the work the week that it's open. So I'm not going to close any of the units. I'm not going to close any of the assignments. But if you don't do it in the week that I set forth, you could get behind, and we don't want you to get behind. So I want you to read all of the course expectations on your own, the grading scale. Let me point out that I weight different types of work for this class because I see some as more beneficial than others. So 40% of your grade will be, for example, it will be this assignment for today. Even though it's just 5 points, it's worth 40% of your grade. The introduction assignment is worth 40% of your grade. So you can choose to not do any of the assignments for this class and just take the exams. Let's go see how much the exams are worth. 25% of your grade. You can choose to only do exams for this class. That's what evaluations are, right? So quizzes, exams, tests. And you can make 100% on all of your exams. You know what your final grade will be for this class? A 25% F. You have to do learning activities for every unit. You have to do concert reviews, which I'll talk about more when I go back to the Blackboard site. You have to do a team project. You can't just take the exam for this class, because if you do, you will get a 25% F. And so that's how weighted grades work. Attendance, we don't meet. So I know that you are attending when you submit assignments. This is also why I weight them so heavily. That's showing me that you're participating, that you're attending to the class every semester. And when I have to submit attendance, which I'm hoping I do a better job of doing it every week, but I have to submit attendance by the 12th day. If I don't see that you submitted an assignment in the grade book, I haven't graded anything for you, I am not going to mark you as attending and the registrar office is going to automatically drop you from the course. That's why it's important at the beginning of school to go to all your classes to make sure you're not dropped from those classes. Should you continue to go all those classes for the 15 weeks of the semester? Absolutely. But definitely the first few weeks. Otherwise, you will be automatically dropped for not attending. So let me reiterate. What does this mean? Before next Monday, so I give you a week for every unit. Before next Monday, you need to have submitted one of the 2 assignments for the course introduction unit. Those 2 assignments include, and you need to do both because you'll get a 0 for the ones that you don't do, is the readiness survey and the Flipgrid introduction assignment. I've actually done my Flipgrid, and we'll go through more of this when we come back. You're a TSU student, so you should know what's expected of you, including plagiarism. I think one of my colleagues mentioned how easy it's becoming for students to not only plagiarize, but to get stuff done for them. That's going to be apparent in the work that I ask from you. So I don't usually worry about this too much, but you should not be plagiarizing. If you use someone else's words, if you copy something verbatim from the internet, you need to cite your source. I am able to take what you copied and see exactly where it came from. If it's something that I'm asking for your own personal opinion and thoughts and understanding, and you give me something copied from the internet, you will get a 0. I'm not going to give you points for that. Okay? You shouldn't be doing that for any of your classes. It's called plagiarism. Also, I'm going to meet you when you do your Flipgrid video. I'm going to be able to put a name to a face. But other than that, when you submit work, I'm not going to know that you actually submitted it. But I'm asking you to follow the code of conduct as a human being and as a TSU Tiger, to do your own work. Please and thank you. Please check this out. If you need an accommodation, whether it be extended time on exams, whether it be, there are not too many accommodations that they offer for online asynchronous, but if you think you may need an accommodation, please follow this link or this link. So you can go register with SaySo. Once you do that, I'll get a letter and I'll make sure, based on the letter, to accommodate you as best I can so that you can be as successful as everybody else in this class. Title IX, again, if you share, so let's say you come visit me in my office, maybe we get some coffee and we're talking, and maybe you share something related to, let me just go through these, sexual harassment, sexual violence and misconduct, dating violence, domestic violence, or stalking. If you share anything with me about that, my heart would be full that you would trust me to share that information, but it is required by law that I report if I learn of anything that is untoward that has happened to you or to another person if you shared it. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and please read through this. Then lastly is a calendar. So these are the units that open each week. So this week is the course introduction unit. I give you those outcomes and learning activities. So for some units, you'll have 2. So if there's an and, that means you need to do both of them. For some units, I'll give you an option. So for this unit, you have guiding questions that you are to answer, as well as either the playlist assignment or the community survey assignment, or you can do all of the assignments. If you do all the assignments, you'll get credit for all that. So you guys can go through this yourself. Let's go back to Blackboard. Every week, so notice on the left-hand side is the menu. Every week, a new unit is going to open. So course introduction is showing for you. Next week is, I think, the music and human life. They'll have a link that shows, and you would click on that link and have everything in that folder related to that unit. So I don't have a link for assignments, and I don't have a link for assessments. No, everything related to a unit is going to be in one folder. So everything related to course introduction is found here. So readiness survey. This is another video. Skip ahead because it's one that I did last semester, but it'll show you how to check your grades. So skip ahead and definitely watch that for the grades because I'm not going to go through it in this video. And then the introduction assignment. And I'm going to go ahead. I've already submitted something, so the assessment should be showing, but it is not. So I'm going to have to fix something. Because I did submit, yeah, I submitted both of these. So maybe I have to submit. I'm going to have to check it and see. Yeah, I think you have to submit the introduction assignment. So let's go check this out. So I will embed all my directions, I think, for this class are in Google Documents. And so you'll be able to read it from Blackboard, or you can just click on the link and it'll open in another tab for easy reading. So the introduction tab, introduction assignment, is to introduce yourselves to me and to meet other learners in this course. I have the link. So this is a shared document. Anybody in the whole world can read this. So I don't have the link to our site on it, but if you scroll down, here's the link. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. But let's go back to the directions. So I clicked on the link and it opened, and it's gonna ask you to join this group. Oh, so I should have updated this. It's a little bit different. I need to update this picture. So guess what I'm gonna do really quick? I'm gonna take a snip of it while I have you with me. I guess I could pause it so I can update the picture on the directions. I'll just do this flip. Okay, so I'm gonna update the picture. But you join with Microsoft. That's still the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Continue with Microsoft is what it says. Using your TSU credentials. If you're already signed in, it's automatically gonna pop up. You are clicking on, so I can see everything because I am the person. You'll only be able to see the introduction tags. Click on it. Let's read the directions. So you'll have 45 seconds to share your name, your major, or program of study, whatever you call it, one music artist and or group that you are currently listening to and why. So I didn't ask for your favorite, or favorites. I just want one. So most people give multiple. Give me one music artist, one group, just one or the other that you are currently listening to, and why are you listening to them? Did somebody tell you about them? Did you happen to hear it when you were in Starbucks and what's the app where you can find out the name, and so you start to listen? Whatever the reason why. It doesn't have to be anything deep, just why. And I would like you, so this is always fun and interesting, to pose either a question to the class, maybe make a comment, right? So encourage your classmates, or some type of affirmation, something positive and zen, pose to the class in the 45 seconds, but you don't have to. So to get full credit, I need to know your name, I need to know your major, and I need to know what music artist you're listening to and why. And you also need to respond to 2 of your classmates. So let me show you how to do that. So I've already added my video. Hi. So to respond, and so the purpose of this is for you to meet. So eventually there's going to be everybody's picture showing. You'll say, hey, Tanya looks interesting. Let me go listen to her video.
All right.
You would listen to my video, and I didn't really share anything interesting. But then maybe they listen to the same artist as you. Then you can respond. You should be able to respond. I don't know if it's going to let me respond.
All right, so I always like to
Pause.
think it.
Let me see. What is this? So I think you can comment. I guess this is how you do it. They've updated this. Edit response, share response. I think because this is duplicate response. I don't know. But you respond to a person, usually right under their video. There usually is a spot for it, but it might be this comment. And so comment and say, hey, Tanya, you listen to this person as well? I do too. So it doesn't have to be anything major, but maybe there's some commonality. Maybe it's a person who has the same is working on the same degree as you, or is from the same town as you. I don't know. Or maybe they listen to an artist that you aren't familiar with. You can respond by saying, hey, I'm not familiar with that artist. Maybe I'll check it out. And that'll be it. So you need to respond in some way to 2 of your classmates to get full credit. Otherwise, if you just post the video, you'll get 8 out of 10 points. Once you do your Flipgrid video, and this is where it gets tricky whenever I use other apps and programs, you have to come back into Blackboard and submit the assignment. For this assignment, after you complete your video, you'll be able to get a link to the video. You can share the link here. Some people get fancy. They can do write submission, and sometimes some people embed the video here with the embed code, or you can put the link here. So you can get fancy or not, or you could just say done, because I'm gonna have to go to Flip to watch it anyway, and then submit it. And then once I go to my grades to see what I need to grade, I'll see done. I'll say, oh, okay, let me go to Flip so I can watch your introduction video. What else is missing? Oh, concert reviews. I need to open that. It's not here yet, but I think this video has been long enough, so I'm gonna stop for now. Yep, 21 minutes. It was a pleasure meeting you guys. I hope this walkthrough was helpful to you. You can also get to my virtual office hours from here. And email me with any questions or concerns this week. This is the introduction, so this is when you kind of fill things out. If you have questions, please email it. And if it's something that I need to share with the whole class, I will. Looking forward to it. Have a great semester.